Hi, I'm Jim. At ReleaseTEAM, we favor outcomes before tools. We provide DevOps consulting, CI/CD implementation, platform support, training, and software solutions for enterprise and regulated environments. Whether you need strategy, execution, or the right tooling in place, we help you build delivery systems that perform. Welcome to the channel. When developing a CI/CD pipeline, it is best practice to incorporate security testing tools. You should also secure the build environment. In this presentation, I'm going to go over some of the ways you can secure your builds with GitLab tools and secure the build environment itself. To properly secure our pipelines, we first need to understand the environment we're operating in, the modern threat landscape. Today, naughty people are increasingly focused on the software supply chain. They aren't just looking for vulnerabilities in our code. They are targeting tools, processes, and infrastructure we use to build that application. This shift means that our focus must move upstream. We need to embed security from the very first commit, rather than trying to bolt it on at the end. Ignoring this new reality leaves our entire development ecosystem vulnerable to a full range of exploits. Finding a flaw in the design phase is cheap, a quick conversation. Finding it in production after an outage can require significant effort. By implementing secure supply chain practices and securing our GitLab pipelines, we move the detection process earlier. This early discovery drastically reduces the time, money, and effort required to deliver secure, quality code to our customers. The headlines prove that bad actors are targeting the software supply chain because it is effective. These are not isolated incidents. They are blueprints. We must recognize that our pipelines and the components they pull in are now a primary attack vector. So, why should we be specifically concerned about our CI/CD runners? The core issue is that these systems are inherently a security and privacy threat. To do their job, runners often have broad access to internal networks, cloud resources, and secrets. If they are persistent, they might inadvertently cache sensitive data from previous jobs. Critically, by design, every single CI/CD runner executes arbitrary, user-defined code. A compromise here is a direct path into our most sensitive internal systems, which is why protecting our runners is a critical step in pipeline hardening. Modern applications are built on mountains of third-party, open-source code, which is generally a good thing, but it comes with risk. Outdated libraries can behave unpredictably and contain known vulnerabilities. These are the low-hanging fruit for attackers, and we must eliminate them before they become an issue. When deploying self-hosted runners, let's talk about how to design a secure environment. Treat your runners as a threat inside the walls of your network. Prevent the runners from communicating with unauthorized hosts using network controls. Where possible, only run one job on a runner. This is commonly configured with the Docker or instance executors. By processing each job in a fresh environment, you greatly reduce the possibility that job data will leak to other projects. Runner environments should never include sensitive data. Use GitLab secrets or an external secret manager. Multi-stage builds only include build tools while the container is being built. As a result, multi-stage builds produce smaller containers with a minimum of software. Use tools such as Trivy or Sneak to scan containers for vulnerabilities during the CI phase. Design your images so they can be built once and used in different environments. Don't change the image between environments if you can help it. Some nuances of the job token. The token cannot be used for all REST API operations. It is primarily restricted to actions like downloading artifacts, accessing the container registry, and interacting with the package registry. If a job is associated with a protected environment, the token inherits the permissions required to deploy to that environment. However, if the user who triggered the pipeline does not have allowed to deploy permissions for that environment, the job, and its token will fail to authenticate against environment-related APIs. As mentioned earlier, it's a best practice to manage secrets as GitLab variables or using an external secret manager, such as Vault. Proper handling of secrets within the job is important, so let's go over that. Moving on, let's discuss variable masking, a feature designed to prevent secrets from accidentally appearing in your job logs. Variable masking is implemented within the GitLab runner as a best effort security feature. The runner scans the entire job output for any exact matches of your registered secret variable values. If an exact match is detected, it is masked. Masking can frequently fail when a secret is implicitly URL encoded because the log output does not match the known secret. When a job definition is downloaded by a runner, it includes the environment variables and whether they are marked to be masked. When passwords or tokens are dynamically generated, the job definition is not likely to include the dynamic value, so the normal masking process does not apply. Masking a dynamic variable completely is more delicate. You have to take care to sanitize the secret string for regular expression matching and carefully control the scope of the dynamic value. File variables keep sensitive file contents out of your CI/CD source code. Unlike standard variables that store data as a string in memory, a file variable stores the value you provide in a temporary file on the runner and sets the value of the environment variable to the local path of that file. A benefit of file variables is that they handle multi-line values cleanly, storing the exact byte-for-byte content in the file. This eliminates the need to manipulate the variable value and inadvertently expose the secret. In GitLab, protected variables are a security feature designed to ensure that sensitive information, like API tokens, SSH keys, or cloud credentials, is only passed to pipelines running on protected branches or protected tags. This is often viewed as a security feature, but it can also be seen as a way to manage the integration of third-party services. Setting variables at different points in the GitLab hierarchy allows for a defense-in-depth approach to secrets management. At the instance level, you can ensure that every project in the entire instance has automatic access to a core secret, such as license keys for production monitoring. At a group level, securely manage production cloud provider credentials shared by a specific department. For projects, store project-specific production deployment tokens. In GitLab, environment scope variables allow you to use the same variable name, but assign different values based on the target environment. This is a cornerstone of the build once, deploy many philosophy. Instead of creating a variable for every review app, use wildcards to group environments. An asterisk character acts as a wildcard when describing the scope of a variable. For example, review/asterisk allows all ephemeral review environments to share the same staging-like configuration. A single asterisk acts as a default fallback if a specific environment match isn't found. GitLab's Secrets Analyzer is built around the popular open-source tool GitLeaks. GitLeaks is designed to scan Git repositories for secrets, keys, and other sensitive data. GitLab maintains a default rule set containing over 100 patterns for various types of secrets, which are updated regularly. Users can propose new rules or create custom rule sets for specific needs. Client-side secret protection uses a high-confidence subset of the GitLeaks patterns for performance and user experience. The most powerful application of ODC in GitLab is for cloud authentication, which allows jobs to connect to cloud providers without storing long-lived, static secrets. Once configured, the GitLab runner generates a signed token for each job, which is used as part of a client credentials flow with workload identity federation. The job sends this token to the cloud provider's security token service. The cloud provider validates the token and issues temporary, short-lived access credentials. Now that we've covered securing our runners and managing secrets, let's talk about the integrated security scanning capabilities that GitLab offers. This is where we shift left embedding security checks directly into the pipeline to catch vulnerabilities before they ever reach production. As you can see, GitLab integrates with a variety of powerful security scanners. The static scanner is a wrapper around SEMGREP with a GitLab-managed rule set. For dynamic scans of modern web applications, GitLab uses its own proprietary browser-based analyzer. This is a custom engine built in Go that instruments a Chromium browser to crawl and interact with applications just like a human would. Initially, this engine used OWASP ZAP for its test payloads. GitLab is systematically replacing ZAP alerts with GitLab native active checks. Historically, the dependency scanner was powered by Gymnasium, but GitLab is moving toward a new GitLab proprietary SBOM-based analyzer. GitLab container scanning is primarily powered by Trivy, an open-source security scanner from Aqua Security. GitLab's API security, formerly known as DAST API, and API fuzzing are powered by a proprietary engine developed from GitLab's acquisition of Peach Tech in 2020. The core technology behind these scanners is the Peach Fuzzer, a highly sophisticated smart fuzzer that understands your API specification to build a testing plan for your API. Static application security testing is a security methodology that analyzes an application's source code, binaries, or bytecode for security vulnerabilities without ever executing the program. By examining the code structure, SCSD identifies common flaws, such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and buffer overflows, early in the software development lifecycle. Dynamic application security testing is a security methodology that identifies vulnerabilities by attacking a running application from the outside, much like a real-world hacker would. Unlike static testing, which looks at the code, dynamic testing has no visibility into the application's internal logic or source files. It interacts with the web interface or API endpoints to find security flaws that only appear during runtime. Dependency scanning is a security process that identifies known vulnerabilities in the third-party libraries and packages your application relies on. Modern software is rarely written from scratch. Developers typically use open-source frameworks and libraries to speed up development. Dependency scanning ensures that these building blocks do not introduce security risks into your project. Container scanning is a security process that inspects a container image, like Docker, to identify known vulnerabilities in its operating system packages and application dependencies. While dependency scanning looks at your source code before it's built, container scanning looks at the final package that will actually run in production. This is critical because a secure application can still be compromised if it's running on a vulnerable base image. GitLab supports company governance and compliance through a unified approach, embedding policy enforcement and auditability directly into the project lifecycle. This ensures that compliance is a continuous process rather than a manual, post-development hurdle. Pipeline execution policies are a modern, high-assurance security feature in GitLab designed to enforce CI/CD configurations across multiple projects. Introduced to replace the legacy compliance pipelines, these policies allow security and compliance teams to mandate that specific jobs run in every pipeline, regardless of what a developer defines in their local configuration. A security policy workflow in GitLab is built on the principle of separation of duties. It allows security and compliance teams to define and enforce rules as code in a centralized, lockdown project, which are then automatically applied to development projects across the organization. The implementation starts by creating a security policy project. This is a standard GitLab project dedicated solely to storing policy configurations. Once defined, the security policy project must be linked to the target groups or projects. When a developer triggers a pipeline in a linked project, the GitLab backend merges any linked security policy projects and injects the policy jobs into the workflow. GitLab tracks audit events through a multi-tiered logging and streaming system designed to provide a comprehensive, tamper-proof record of all sensitive actions. This is a core requirement for regulatory frameworks like SOC2, HIPAA, and PCI DSS, which mandate strict who, what, when, and where visibility. Audit logs can be forwarded as JSON messages to an external destination via HTTPS post. The principle of least privilege in GitLab is the security practice of granting users, processes, and automation the minimum level of access necessary to perform their specific tasks. This reduces the blast radius in the event of a credential leak or human error. GitLab uses a hierarchical role-based access control system. The principle of least privilege is implemented by selecting the lowest possible role. The principle of least privilege also applies to how secrets are handled within pipelines. By protecting branches and environments, you ensure that only authorized roles, typically maintainers, can trigger deployments or merge code into critical branches. This prevents a junior developer from accidentally deploying a broken build to production. Thank you for watching. If you found this overview of GitLab pipelines helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more insights, compliance, and secure software delivery. If you have questions about implementing secure pipelines or need help navigating compliance requirements, reach out to us at ReleaseTEAM. We're here to help you build secure, compliant, and efficient pipelines. See you in the next video.